Sonic News! A news show appears. It's super effective. I am SSF. Hi. Pull my finger, please. Please? No? Screw you. I was polite.
Welcome to SonicLand.
Live from the magnificent state of Virginia, here's your host, the news dude of Sonic Paradox, Sonic Sega Fan, 1991.
And hello to everyone out there at Sonic Paradox. I'm finally doing a show again. It's a freaking miracle. It's an absolute miracle. It's a miracle. But no, it's been a good 2 months, I think. But at long last, it's time for another Sonic News show. And boy, is there a lot to talk about. Oh, the amount of things I could talk about right now. Because there's been a buttload. An absolute buttload of things to talk about. Most of it Lost World related. But this is the Lost World edition of the Sonic News show. Yes, it's time to talk about a lot of Lost World related news. Not just from the past week, but kind of from the past month or so. Because I have a lot of catching up to do. Although not every single topic is related to Lost World, the majority of them is. But yeah, there's been quite a lot in the headlines today, and in the past few months. Because as I said, the hype for Sonic Lost World has really taken off due to the fact that Sonic Lost World is merely days away from coming out in the UK and in Australia. So that's the main reason why I'm doing the Lost World edition. Although technically I could have waited another week for Lost World to come out in the US, for the release of Lost World in the US and all that. Actually, I think 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Considering the game is going to be released in UK and in Australia at the end of this week, and we're probably going to get our first hardcore information about what Lost World will contain, and we're probably going to start seeing the cutscenes, and I think it's going to be at the point where everything's going to start taking off, and then we're probably finally going to find out exactly what the game contains, and because it'll finally be out in the open. The secret won't be hidden anymore. It won't be a secret anymore. But indeed, Sonic Lost World, the game's finally starting to get some releases later this week. And of course, keep your tabs on Twitter and all that for all the latest information about Sonic Lost World. Because that game is finally seeing some releases. And I really, really freaking wish that it was out right now. And my god, 22 viewers. Wow. Getting 22 viewers literally within the first 5 minutes of the start of the show is actually really nice to see. Thank you all for watching. I guess that's what happens when you don't have a show for a month, and you gain interest in everyone wanting to tune in and stuff. So I guess, or maybe it's just more of a curiosity, or maybe they just like my voice. I don't know. Either way, thank you all for tuning in. As I said, there's gonna be a lot to talk about in terms of Sonic Lost World. So, but first things first. There has been one thing that has been kind of rumored was the Sonic Boom cartoon. Needless to say, it's been rumored for a while now. There hasn't been any information except that one little rumor coming from one of the conventions that were happening earlier this year, about whether rumored that Sonic Boom was going to be a thing, and there were some writers. There was a writer that's going to be working on it, and this thing, the next thing. Well, we have finally gotten word from Sega themselves in a press release that Sonic Boom is a thing, and it will be premiering next fall on Cartoon Network, at least here in the U.S. Um, Needless to say, the picture that was teased is interesting. We got what looked to be like a tropical background, and then you see four silhouettes of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Sonic, Amy, and Tails look fine. Judging from just the silhouettes. Knuckles, on the other hand, no comment. I say no comment because although he looks interesting, you can't really. I'm gonna make this like right now. There is no definite that what you're gonna be seeing is what the design will be in the long run. For one thing. Another thing, we're just judging it based on silhouettes. We don't have any details on what they look like. We just have silhouettes. For all we know, they could be, what we don't even think they are. And maybe, for all we know, and it's very possible, they may not even have this design when we actually get more pictures of them. You never know. There really is no way to tell just based on these four silhouettes. We have the frames, but we certainly don't have the the details. It's just not enough information now to judge what Knuckles is going to be looking like and what exactly will become of Knuckles later on down the road. Anything can change. This is still technically pilot information. I mean, as a good example, look at Sad AM. Sally had a completely different design in the first episode. The very, very first episode, she had an entirely different design, and then the episode that followed, they changed it. Even if Knuckles has this design in the first episode, there's no guarantee that he's going to have this design the following episode. Things can change. But yes, guys, there is going to be another Sonic cartoon. Needless to say, as I'm slow clapping, because, well, needless to say, I don't really expect Nintendo to do something like that anytime soon. They have not done a Mario cartoon in, I'd say, 20 years or so. Yeah, it's really not that big. So, Sega does when Nintendo don't, once again. But, indeed, another Sonic television cartoon is in the works. I hope your bodies are ready. Although, to be fair, yeah, I can see why they don't focus on Mario cartoons. They got Pokemon. I don't know how popular the Pokemon cartoon is nowadays. I don't know. Compared to the 90s, I imagine the 90s was really taking off with the cartoon, but in the current day, I don't know for sure. But who knows? But anyway, guys, that was the Sonic Boom cartoon discussion. They really haven't talked about a lot. All we know is that Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Sonic, and Eggman are confirmed, and most of the current cast is returning, including Mike Pollock. He has confirmed that he will be in the cartoon. He will be voicing Eggman, so it's really looking positive. And from what we know of the Sonic Boom cartoon so far, there really seems to be the case where there's not going to be any Thorndikes. There's not going to be any odd, appearances of anyone. It sounds to me like it's going to be a hardcore defeat. Eggman's doing a bunch of evil shit. Let's go attack him. Let's stop him. That sounds to me like that sounds to me. Bleh. That seems to be what this is going to be. So it's really looking interesting. And wow, 31 viewers. I'm amazed. It's quite telling. It really is. if that's their plot, then odds are we're not going to get, um, indeed, indeed what will happen. But like, the plot is definitely giving a nice good preview of what will happen. So I don't think it's going to be, the plot wise, it's looking as much more improvement. Um, but I will say this much, to elaborate a little bit more on what Frogman said. I have seen the designs of, say, Knuckles and Amy, and like there is leaked information, like from the leaked information we know. I guess I might as well get into this now. There were some copies. See, what happens is, for some of the reviewers, professional reviewers who review games and give them their, like, impressions of the game. And apparently, there were a few of these review copies that accidentally got distributed in Spain. Not just the Wii U version, but the 3DS version, apparently. Now that we know, we've gotten some more developing information from the 3DS version. Needless to say, we kind of know exactly what the general story will end. We know now what will happen at the end. We even know what the final boss will be. Like, what Sonic will be going up against as the final boss. Now, I'm not going to be doing any spoilers, so don't worry about that. But needless to say, there's a little bit more to the plot we know than meets the eye. That's all I'm going to say. But there's been quite a bit leaked because of the review copies being, kind of accidentally put out. But there is going to be, it has to be something very evil, is the Tails doll. But indeed, based on what we've seen from the leaks, there's only going to be two things I'm going to say. One, Knuckles does not look, none of the characters look like their Sonic Boom counterparts. Two, the game is longer than Colors. You are not going to be spending just 3 or 4 hours playing Colors. You're going to be spending a good 7 hours playing Sonic Lost World just based on the story. So there's more content in this than in Colors in terms of the story. So not to worry, for the people who had a problem with Colors being longer or too short, that problem has been resolved in Lost World. Now, what does this mean for the leaking? Well, we've seen some gameplay video, but not too much. Needless to say, I guess I honestly at this point saw it coming. I really shouldn't feel that way, but at this point, it seems to be a common trend now that Sega games Sonic games tend to get leaked before they're released. To be fair, though, we still don't know entirely too much about it. Based on what I've seen, from the leaks, that have been going around and all that. No, they're really we know the basic spoilers, like how many levels there are, what the levels are called, basic, plot spoilers, but we generally don't, in terms of video-wise and gameplay-wise, there isn't a whole lot we still know. The leakings are still not, they're still not a big thing. We still don't know a whole lot, so... But, indeed, it definitely looks to me like, we're probably going to find out more information in the next week. It seems to me like this information is slowly trickling out. Like, it's slowly trickling in all the spoilers and stuff. But as I said, I won't be spoiling anything, because even I can respect that. But, generally, if you really do want to find out what's going on with spoilers and stuff, there is a Lost World spoiler thread at the Sonic Stadium message boards, the SSMB. just dedicated to all the spoiler information that has been coming out in relation to Lost World. So if you do want to find out the spoilers on Lost World, you can go to that thread at the SSMB, the Lost World spoilers thread. However, I'm not going to be linking to that, and I'm certainly not going to talk about what has been spoiled for now, because I know there's some people out there that don't want to be spoiled, so I'm going to, hold back on that. Now, based on what I just said, the confirmed characters, we know that Sonic's going to be in it, we know that Tails is going to be in it, we know that Knuckles is going to be in it, we know that Amy's going to be in it, we know that Eggman's going to be in it, and we know that the Deadly Six are going to be in it. Now, here's what's interesting. That is quite a few people. In Generations, we had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, I believe. I think we had Cream. Yeah, we had Cream, we had Rouge, we had Blaze, we had Vector, we had Charmy. We had quite a few characters in Generations. In Colors, we had Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Yacker. We technically had Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Blaze, Silver. We had them in the, in Orbot and Cubot. We had quite a few, even more characters in Colors. Judging based on which version you had. So far, as I said in Lost World, we have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman. We have the Deadly Six. We have even more characters involved in this game than we did in the previous two games. What I'm saying is that we're actually seeing more characters show up in each game. I think Sega is slowly starting to bring in more characters in each game. Now, this doesn't guarantee we're going to see more playable characters, mind you, but it does guarantee that Sega is bringing in more characters involved in the story. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how things are going with that. Now, 35 viewers, my god. That's quite a few people, I gotta admit. I'll elaborate a little bit more on that later on, once I get to the halfway point. Now, that's another aspect of Lost World covered. Now, the DLC, there is pre-order DLC in the Deadly Six Edition. We already know all about the Deadly Six Edition. It's going to involve knights, it's going to be an extra boss, etc., etc. Well, by involved, I mean plot-wise they're involved. Scene, yeah, that's pretty much, in my case, I think involved and scene are in the same thing, because, like I said, they're involved in the plot, but not actually playable, so they're only seen. So, needless to say, there's quite a bit of DLC. There's the Sonic Omochao RC toy. Yeah. There's a Golden Omochao toy, RC toy, and there's 25 extra lives. Yeah, don't go for the 25 extra lives. Why would you even do that? That's for people who pre-order on Amazon, though. From what I've been seeing, not many people have been doing that anyway. It seems that they've been pre-ordering on GameStop or something like that. So odds are you'll probably get the RC toy. In my case, I pre-ordered from GameStop, so I'm going to be getting the Sonic Omochao RC toy. There's a UK-based store. If you pre-order from there, you'll get a Golden Omochao RC toy. So that's pretty much their exclusive. Here, though, if you pre-order from GameStop, you can get a Sonic Omochao RC toy. If you pre-order from Amazon, you can get 25 extra lives. So those are pretty much the pre-order bonuses you can get. Obviously, no one's been going for the 25 extra lives, but yeah. But yeah, pretty much, odds are it's probably going to be like what All-Stars Racing Transformed was, with the Metal Sonic DLC and all that. It'll probably be like a little piece of paper inside the the game box itself, and you'll be able to put in a code that'll allow you to um, enable all that stuff. That's my guess. Now, like I said, this will also, what the code is, will also combine with the Deadly 6 edition, more than likely. So not only will you have the Deadly 6 edition, that'll give you an extra boss and all that, but you're also going to have, more than likely, that whatever pre-order DLC you got from pre-ordering from that specific, store, retailer. But yeah. Needless to say, not quite sure how things are gonna go. But yeah. Needless to say, that's all the DLC. Now the confirmed levels, we don't know too much about. Like, there are levels that have been confirmed based on the leaks, but as for the publicly confirmed, we have we have a few. You got the desert one, you got the casino one, you got the Windy Hill one. You had the there was another one, the water one. A lot of people are speculating that there's going to be 8 different zones in this. Level areas. So to compare, color generations had 9, 3 for each era. Generations, that is. Colors had we had Tropical Resort. We had the I think it was Candy Mountain or something like that. Whatever. It was the food level that made you want to eat. You had Stardust. You had Starlight Carnival. You had Planet Wisp. You had Aquarium Park. You had Asteroid Coaster, and you had Terminal Velocity. I think I'm forgetting one. Sweet Mountain was what it was called. So there really wasn't much in the way of zones in that. This is compared to Sonic 2, which had Emerald Hill, Chemical Plant, Aquatic Ruin, Casino Night, Hilltop, Mystic Cave, Oil Ocean, Metropolis, Sky Chase, and Death Egg, and Wing Fortress. So there were 11 zones in Sonic 2. In Sonic 1, you had Green Hill. I'm not doing these chronologically, by the way. You had Green Hill. You had Spring Yard. You had Labyrinth. You had Scrap Brain. You had Starlight. And I believe that was it. You had you had the final zone where you fought Robotnik. Marble Zone. So you really didn't have that much in Sonic 1. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, separately though, in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think you had like 6. You had Angel Island, you had Hydrocity, you had Marble Garden, you had Carnival Night, and you had Lawn Space. So actually it was kind of like 5 each. So really, the zones kind of vary, to be honest. The amount of zones kind of vary based on the game. Sometimes there are only 5, sometimes there are, doubled that. Like I said, it really depends on the game. So you can't really judge the game's Needless to say, you don't know. But indeed, we have, I'd say, about 8, 9, so quite the way it's looking for Lost World, so it's looking pretty interesting, needless to say. With that in mind, we're already halfway through this, believe it or not. Um, so I guess in the meantime, may as well do a roll call, huh? So, the current amount of people that are watching, we have Dr. Mac Fox, we have K2U, we have that guy called Donnie. You know, I hear he does a good show. I think you guys should go check it out. We have Blade the Hedgehog, Bogart07, we had Cyanide Lithium, Frogman, Mr. Gamer and Watcher. I see what they did there. We have M20, we have Recorder Dude, we have Sonic Forcer. Quite demanding, that one, huh? No, we have me again for some reason. I'm cloned in the chat. I don't know why. We have Strider318 and we have Wax, the Wax. So, and that doesn't even count. That's only half of the viewers that are in. Not even half of the viewers that are watching right now. We have 37 viewers. 37 people are watching right now. That's quite a lot. It's been people between 36, 37, 38, so it's I do appreciate all of you watching right now. I haven't had this many viewers in quite a while, and I do hope you guys stick around because you know this is Sonic Paradox's flagship podcast show. So it's not their only podcast show, but it is their flagship one. So there's that. But also, guys, in the meantime, Sonic is now playable in Smash 4. We totally saw that coming. At least I did. And oh my god, the viewer count just dropped. Like in half. Was that a glitch or something? There's no way, like 15 people just left all at once. That is, yeah, what M20 said, the audio version of this, now it's gone down to 8. What the hell? Now I see it as 8. The viewer count has gone down to 8 for me. Yeah, I just had to mention Super Smash Bros., didn't I? I think the view count is glitching for me or something. Because there's no way there's only 8 people watching. Now it's 7. What the hell? That's just weird. Anyway, guys, also we now know the release dates of Mario and Sonic 2014. I don't know. It's gonna be next month, but yeah. But otherwise, I really don't know what else to talk about. There's only thing left to do is really to talk about the release dates, you know, and the release dates, and as I said, it's going to be coming out in Europe on the 18th. It'll be coming out in Europe, or I keep saying Europe. Now I'm getting It'll be coming out in the UK and Europe on the 18th. On the 19th, it'll be coming out in Australia. On the 29th, it'll be coming out in North America, and then in early November or so, it'll be coming out in Japan. So hopefully you guys are ready for this because it's going to be interesting. Unfortunately, though, it was in North America it was originally going to be on the 22nd, but for some reason it's been delayed. I do not know why the North America has been really getting the low end of the deal when it comes to Lost World as of late. Yeah, we get the we got the Sonic Omo Chow, but it just seems odd to me. Like you get Japan getting the soundtrack like always. You got. It just feels, and then everyone else is getting their original release dates, except us. Why is it that North America is the only area that had been delayed? Why is it that North America always gets delayed for games, yet everyone else gets their original release dates for some reason? I don't understand the logic in that at all. But one could argue that it's because Sega wants to work more on the game. No, because if they were wanting to work more on the game, they would be delaying it everywhere else too. Why would they keep, Europe's original release date? Why would they keep Australia's original release date and Japan's original release date, yet delay us, the U.S.? I don't, in North America. I don't understand that. But in any case, that's been the whole tale with that. But now we get to the final portion of the show where we do talk about, I don't know, Bogart. I don't know if it's that. Beats me. But we do get to the part where we do some self-promoting. Self-promoting as in Sonic Paradox news. Sonic Shorts 8 Metropolis Mayhem have been released and are now on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. Sonic Shorts 8 is done. You already knew already. I don't even have to elaborate on that. It's been out for quite a while now. Now, here's where I need to talk about a little more because I need to do some, briefing on this. If you guys remember, I have been promoting this. There will be a giant Sonic Paradox get-together at Detroit, Michigan. That's in Youmacon, the Youmacon convention at Detroit, Michigan, starting on October 31st and going until November 3rd. That's the convention itself. There will be quite a bit to enjoy. There will even be some Sonic people there. John St. John will be there. Kyle Hebert, I think is how you pronounce his last name, will also be there. They've been voices of Big. One of them is the current voice of Big. One of them is the past voice of Big. And John St. John is also the voice of Duke Nukem as well. So there's also some Pokemon voice actors showing up, and one of the Sonic writers are showing up there. There's quite a few, there's some Sonic love there. And as I said, there's going to be a rather interesting Sonic Paradox panel that's going to be there. I can't really elaborate too much on there, but there will be some, there will be some preview. There will be some loving of Sonic F. There will be some loving of the Sega Shorts, and there will be some loving of Sonic Dark Chaos. And for all you know, there might be some more to show off. I'm not going to say what. I'm just elaborating what has been announced so far on our part, publicly. But there is going to be more to it. I can't really elaborate much more than that. But we will be recording some stuff as well. Like recording some stuff behind the scenes of my cat saying hi, like always. Goddamn cat. But, sheesh. She's still meowing. Yeah, there's my special guest. But anyway, what was I saying? There is gonna be some stuff going on, not just in public, but there will be some stuff behind the scenes. I can't really say too much about who's gonna be attending, but rest assured, guys, there's gonna be a lot. All I'm going to say is some of the faces that are going to be attending, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at. There's going to be quite a few people showing, and some of them may surprise you. But indeed, guys, there's quite a bit of interesting stuff to look forward to. There will be more interesting, like, I'm going to be, bleh. There will be an article coming out, that will give you the complete lowdown on everything that's going to be happening. There will be a lowdown on every single bit of information, related to what we will be doing there, who will be attending, if there's any specific little things going on, who will exactly be there to greet you there, who will greet you in that place. There will be a timeline of events, there will be everything you need to know by the time before Halloween comes around and it's time to head out, for everyone's gonna be heading out to meet the guys, you will have a scheduled list of events on what to expect and all this and next thing before then. I'm hoping to do the article within the next week or two, publish it, but it's going to highly depend on what you guys. It's going to highly depend on the information we're still retrieving as I speak. We still do not have the complete lowdown on what's going to happen there, so we've been holding off on any unveiling any more information. But this is going to be essentially the culmination of the year. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we, this is our last big thing of the year before we, start working on stuff for next year. But if, you never know. I mean, this is based on what I know. This is just predictions. This isn't a definite, but I can assure you that at the very least, this is probably the culmination of what has been, this year. If there is something that comes out before the end of the year, you'll know. But indeed, other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about, guys. Needless to say. So all that remains now is to thank you guys for watching. I don't know if there will be one next week, but I will tell you guys this much. There is a guest planned in the works. I do have my first guest coming up very soon, in a while. Who is going to be that guest? You're just going to have to find out, but all I'm going to say is they are somewhat related to some guests I've had in the past. When exactly will be that show, I don't know yet, but that will probably be the next show. It could be next week, it could be the 27th, I don't know yet, guys. So, I will keep you all up to date on things, but I will tell you this much, this guest is someone I think was highly due to appear on this show. They are definitely someone I'm glad is going to be on the show soon. But indeed, keep tabs on that. Twitter, Facebook will be all the information you need on there. But for now, guys, tune in tomorrow for when I will be putting up the Radio Sega information. So if you guys are listening to this from Radio Sega tomorrow, hi there. How are you doing? But no, I do think that hopefully you guys have enjoyed this on Radio Sega Immediate. I will be getting that ready to go tomorrow. I gotta get used to that routine again, because it's been a while. But, I think I have a general idea. I think I remember. But, yes, guys, I will see you all potentially next week or the week after for the next Sonic News show. And I will see you all then. So, yeah. But as for YouTube, on the other hand, also on the YouTube front, I will be going back to normality on there too. The Terraria lulls have been done. However, there may be a chance that there will be another, patch on Terraria, another decently sized patch with more stuff on there coming soon. So I may cover that coming up. But yes, guys, I will see you all soon. But for now, take care for now. And have a great night. Ta-ta for now.